Hi there, and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. 23-year-old Arsenal star adamant big things are going to happen for the club next season. William Saliba has insisted big things are going to happen at Arsenal next season after the club narrowly missed out on the Premier League title to Manchester City. Arsenal had a brilliant season and pushed City all the way, winning a club record 28 games in a single league season, but that wasn't enough as they came up 2 points short. Unfortunately, it's a familiar feeling for Mikel Arteta's side, having fallen short 2 years on the bounce, although they can be proud of pushing City all the way to the final day. Saliba formed a brilliant partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes, with the Gunners boasting the best defense in the league, conceding 29 goals, as goalkeeper David Raya also won the Premier League Golden Glove. It remains to be seen if Arsenal have it in them to mount a third consecutive title challenge, and the summer transfer window will be crucial if they are to do so. However, Saliba, who played every minute of the campaign, believes success isn't far away for the Gunners. He took to Instagram and wrote the following: Gunners, thanks for everything. The support this season has been crazy, and we felt it at every moment. Next season, big things are going to happen. We will get there together. North London forever. Saliba joined Arsenal back in 2019 from French club Saint-Étienne and spent time back on loan at his former club, as well as spells with Nice and Marseille. The 23-year-old has established himself as one of the best defenders in the league and is only going to get better. To date, the France international has made 83 appearances for the Gunners, scoring 5 goals and providing 2 assists. Saliba is under contract at the Emirates until 2027, having signed a new contract deal last summer. Arsenal star eyes a Premier League transfer if he ends up leaving, with the crucial talks planned. Arsenal attacking midfielder Emile Smith Rowe is reportedly ready to move to another Premier League this summer, as there is some doubt over his long-term future at the Emirates Stadium. The 23-year-old is a top talent and initially looked like a hugely exciting addition to the Arsenal first team after rising up through their academy, but a combination of injury problems and increased competition for places in Mikel Arteta's side has seen him fall out of favour. According to Charles Watts via the Daily Briefing, there are now talks scheduled to sort out Smith Rowe's future ahead of the summer, with the clubs in England and abroad showing an interest in the player's situation. The report states that Smith Rowe would prefer to stay in the Premier League if he does end up leaving the Gunners, but it's not yet entirely clear what the outcome of the scheduled talks will be. There is surely a hugely important summer for Smith Rowe, as he needs to decide one way or another if he is going to really push to break into the Arsenal first team or if it's time to pursue a career elsewhere. It surely won't be easy for Smith Rowe to leave the club he's grown up with, but there comes a point where playing time is vital, and it looks increasingly challenging for him to get it in Arteta's ever improving squad. Arsenal will want to be competing for the biggest trophies next season, and that will mean there can be no room for sentiment, with everyone needing to get into the team based on merit alone. Then again, there is also surely a need for good squad depth over a long and difficult campaign, so that could mean Smith Rowe finds he will have a part to play, but it just depends if it will be enough to satisfy his own ambitions. Arsenal were furious about one report that came out about £158,000 a week man. Arteta was linked with a move to Barcelona by the Spanish press a few months ago, and the Arsenal boss was very quick to dismiss those rumors. Speaking on Inside Arsenal, Watts has again touched on those reports, and he says that uncharacteristically, Arsenal weren't happy about these rumors, claiming that there was a genuine anger within the club that these reports had done the rounds. Watts shared what he knows about how Arsenal felt about these reports about Arteta. He said the following: I remember when that report came out from the Spanish newspaper that he was leaving and it was suggested he could go to Barcelona. He was furious about that. He was furious about that report that came out in Spain, and Arsenal were as well. Usually, as a journalist, when you go to a club and you see a story like that, and they would normally say, we are not talking about that, but there was a genuine anger that had been put out there from all parties. It's fair to say that Mikel Arteta isn't going anywhere. Arsenal fans may have worried again this week when Xavi's departure from Barcelona was reported after a second U-turn by the Catalan club. However, by the sounds of it, there is nothing to the links between Arteta and Barcelona, and if you were to suggest otherwise, you'd probably get on the wrong side of Arsenal. The Gunners are refusing to entertain any notion of their manager leaving, and it looks as though Arteta will be at Arsenal for the long run. Arsenal now more likely to sign world-class £60 million midfielder after a new Bruno Guimaraes stance. Reports have claimed that Arsenal feel they could get Guimaraes for around £80 million, which is £20 million less than the release clause Newcastle want. That sort of money is massive, and Arsenal are believed to be unwilling to go to the £100 million needed, and according to journalist Bennett Jacobs, that's left the door open for Arsenal to move for another midfielder instead. Taking to his social media account on X to give an update on the situation surrounding Guimaraes, Arsenal and PSG, Jacobs has said that Real Sociedad star Zubimande is the more concrete option right now. While the £100 million fee for Guimaraes is naturally a bit off-putting, it's not like Zubimande will be coming cheaply either. The Spaniard is one of the most highly rated players in La Liga, and he is set to cost around £60 million if Arsenal to make their move. There have been reports that Arsenal do stand a good chance of landing Zubimande, and other reports have suggested the midfielder is more likely to sign for the Gunners over anyone else. Lauded by Kieran Tierney as a world-class operator, it's clear that Zubimande is a player very much on his way up in the game right now. Quite whether he is on the level of Bruno Guimaraes will only be seen over a future season. Report claims 22-goal attacker is a realistic option for Arsenal this summer. Arsenal are looking to improve their attacking options at the end of the season. They are keeping tabs on the Ajax forward Brian Brobby. According to Football Insider, they are keeping tabs on several strikers this summer, but Brobby seems like the most realistic and affordable option for the Gunners. Benjamin Sesko, Alexander Isak, and Victor Gyökeres are on the Arsenal radar as well. The Gunners will have to bring in a quality striker at the end of the season, and it will be interesting to see if they end up signing the 22-year-old Ajax forward. Broby has had an impressive campaign this year, and he has 22 goals and 12 assists across all competitions. He could prove to be a quality long-term acquisition for Arsenal. The Gunners need to bring in someone who can lead the line for them and score goals consistently. Although they have players like Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz at their disposal, neither of them are prolific goal scorers. Jesus, in particular, has been quite underwhelming this past season. The Brazilian has scored 4 goals in the league. Arsenal need to improve in the attacking department if they want to win major trophies. Signing a reliable goal scorer should be one of their priorities heading into the summer transfer window. Broby has recently hinted that he might fancy a move to Arsenal, and it remains to be seen whether the Gunners can get the deal done. The 22-year-old is a talented player with immense potential, and he has the quality to succeed in the Premier League. If Arsenal can sign him for a reasonable price this summer, it could prove to be a wise addition. Arsenal could reignite interest in a Premier League star in a huge summer move. Arsenal are reportedly set to reignite their interest in Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz in the upcoming summer transfer window. despite finishing just behind Manchester City again in their quest for their first Premier League title in over 2 decades. Arsenal fans will be optimistic about their future. Considering the stability of the club, both financially and behind the scenes, along with the overall age of the squad, the North London club is headed in an upward trajectory. But in order to close that marginal gap between them and Pep Guardiola's side, they must once again spend big in the summer window. Although a lot of rumors revolve around the search for a new number 9, the addition of a new midfielder seems just as if not more critical to their future success. The Gunners have been heavily linked with the Brazilian star Luiz, who is currently thriving under Unai Emery's tutelage at Villa Park and could potentially make a move for the midfielder in the summer. According to transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano, who spoke with GD Football, Luiz is on Mikel Arteta's transfer shortlist. He said the following: there are several players in the list. One player they have always appreciated is Douglas Luiz, but negotiating with Villa is never easy. Considering Aston Villa's incredible season, which saw them qualify for the Champions League for the first time since the 80s, the 26-year-old won't be easy to sign. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.